Hey, I think I'm live, you guys. Waiting for my page to refresh here. Let me know if you guys can see me and hear me. Okay, good. You guys can see me. How is everybody doing? Oh my God, it's been a long. Okay, let me stop. Few days. Hey, you guys. Thank you guys so much for coming through. I found out at the last minute they want me to like do a meeting with like black media because I guess like media outlets are now trying to reach out to me. So I might have to leave um in about 30, 40 minutes, but then I'm gonna come back. Um yeah, it's been crazy. It has been crazy. I know thank you, I look better. I've gotten some sleep. Um I was gonna go live yesterday, but my head was really hurting and I was still coughing a lot. So I was just like, let me just rest the whole day. So that's what I did. And I got about 8 hours worth of sleep today. I even woke up at like 4 in the morning and then I was posting some stuff and then I went back to sleep and didn't wake up till like 1. So I feel a lot better than I've been feeling because I know I was like going crazy the last few days, just with the energy and everything that's going on in my city. Let me go ahead and read this super chat real quick. Jessica Blanchard says, "Oh my God, I caught your live. I appreciate and respect you for everything you've done for me. Even though we've never met, I've been sipping for 8 years and I have no plans to stop." Thank you so much, sis. And thank you for coming through. Thank you for the super chat. It's been a lot. It's been a lot going on. And I've learned a lot. People's true colors, honey, when I tell you, people's true colors have been shown. And in the words of Maya Angelou, when people show you who they are, believe them. I've seen celebrities who for years, and I know there's a lot of new people who follow me, and some of y'all probably just think I'm mean and oh my God, you're dragging every celebrity. Oh my God, how dare you talk about Beyonce's music? How dare you talk about Uncle Snoop? Y'all are new here. Because my tea sippers who know me, I keep the same energy for everybody. If you're not crying about me dragging Linda Hogan's old, I'm saying, prune face ass, don't get in your feelings when I drag your faves. I keep the same energy for everybody. When you're on bullshit and fuck shit, I'm going to call you out. That's what we're supposed to do as a community, is hold people to task. When I see people who for years have pushed music, perpetuating nonsense to young black boys to kill each other, and have pushed gang music. And even as recently as a week and a half ago, before everything went to hell in a handbasket, was literally trolling 6ix9ine and going back and forth with 6ix9ine and making trailers. So it's like when I see grown men in their 50s who have all this energy for bullshit. This is the same man who had disrespected that young black girl and told her to stop wearing weaves, but yet and still he's not faithful to his wife. And so when the so-called revolution that a lot of these, hip hop artists have been hyping up to their fans, when the so-called revolution came, it was a whole different energy once it left Minneapolis. See, when it was in the Twin Cities, if you look at a lot of these people's posts when it was going on here back around like the 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, all that shit, the energy was different. You had people on national television saying, it don't matter. Target can have insurance. AutoZone needs to be burnt down. So that energy that they were saying, the things that they were fooling. Yeah, Ari Lennox, that's her name. Sorry. I have a lot in my mind, so I might forget people's names. If y'all know it, please type it in the comments section, okay? I hold everyone to task. Y'all may not like my delivery, but I always try to be fair. And I don't really make it about, that person's, I make it about the behavior. Okay. I'm not going to go as crazy as Kaya. I mean, Kaya will roast you every inch of your soul. I just speak on the behavior. And the problem is, truth hurts. And like I've told you guys on this channel, even in the Bible, it says the truth is never meant to bring people together. The truth is meant to divide. So when I speak truth, it irritates a lot of people's demons, because then they got to look in the mirror and figure out, why am I supporting this person? Why am I supporting this clown? Why am I giving this person a lifestyle that they become so accustomed to? And now when we're going through it, we're animals. What? You're on national television, Trina, damn near 50, trying to fight a girl who's 23, 24 years old, screaming and carrying on like a damn banshee, talking about her children when you have none. But the protesters in Miami are animals. And of course, she's trying to walk it back and clean up the comment. But again, like I said, when people show you who they are, believe them. I'm not here to kiss nobody's ass. Influencer, YouTuber, movie star, old school celebrity, new school celebrity. If you're on bullshit, I'm going to call it out, period. Like I said, with Uncle Snoop, he had all this energy to disrespect Ari Lennox and, you know, run around with Selena and talk mess about 6ix9ine. I mean, to the point where everybody was like, dude, at this point, you're clout chasing. Like, you're giving him attention that he wants so bad. But when it came to this, he was quietly protesting in the shade room. Meanwhile, Keke Palmer, a lot of Kikis out there. Keke Palmer is on the front line, speaking sincerity to the National Guard, begging them to walk with her. And I want to make this clear. She couldn't get them to walk with her because that's their job. They can't leave their post as much as they wanted to, but they eventually took a knee with her. But that's a young sister out there putting in work. And I'm so tired of y'all trying to make excuses for people who wouldn't spit on y'all's asses if you were on fire and who don't give a damn about your community, because at the end of the day, they don't live there. They're good. I see people saying, well, you don't know what they're doing behind the scenes. You don't know what they're doing. I'm not talking about every celebrity, okay? There's a lot of people doing stuff behind the scenes that I know about personally. I'm talking about the ones who love to kick up shit, who love to agitate shit. And then when it comes to their own backyard, the energy's different. For days, Meek Mill has been talking about, oh, this is America. You either with us or for us. Showing pictures of Minneapolis burning down, because it was funny when it was Minneapolis. It was funny when it was my city. But then as soon as the shit hit Philly, all of a sudden, all the gang leaders in Philly, all the big homies, all the OGs, y'all need to get these people. I just seen, dead women and children. This ain't cool. Hey, welcome to the revolution. People have always died. War is not pretty. Revolution is not pretty. So all I'm asking is, why is the energy different? That's all I'm asking. I'm not saying I agree, but I'm not going to condemn. Okay? It started here in my city and I was hurt. Y'all saw me breaking the fuck down crying. Been crying every damn day. I think today's probably the first day I haven't cried. So I feel better to just come online and just talk to people. But like I stated, there's casualty in war. And for years in music, this is what I heard from a lot of Black male hip hoppers. Fuck them crackers. We need to, we need a revolution. We need to do this. We need to do that. That is energy. That is energy. These young boys who don't have fathers, all these single mothers trying to raise sons like myself, they listen to that. Okay? And so when you're telling us here, y'all are dumb, y'all are burning stuff in your own community, y'all are looting your own community in the Twin Cities. So then what did the kids of Atlanta do? Well, we're not going to fuck up, the West Side. We're not going to fuck up the hood. We're going to Bankhead. We're going down to the CNN building. And they had plenty of help. I talked about this in the other video. They had plenty of help with the bricks and all that stuff. So it's a lot of stuff that people want to now tiptoe around. I don't want to hear all that mush mouth shit about what somebody's doing behind the scenes. I don't care about Jay-Z calling the governor. I'm not impressed. Okay? Because this is the same man. Y'all have a short memory when it comes to these celebrities. This is the same man that told y'all a few months ago, we're past kneeling once it benefited him. This is the same man who basically turned people against JD when he was trying to work, with the NFL. It was bad when JD was doing it. But when it was Jay-Z, it's all good. So y'all have a short memory. I don't even respect Beyonce because that bullshit filter that deadpan stare. Any other time, she's revolutionary. Why didn't she have that same energy on her Instagram page that she did for the Super Bowl in all black, revolutionary outfit, mimicking the Black Panther? Now, when it comes to real shit, yeah, y'all are real uncomfortable with this because I'm calling out your faves. And the Beehive, y'all can get as mad as you want to. It is what it is. When it comes to like really speaking on some stuff, people got filters. Meghan Markle is talking filter. Why? Just speak the real. I got on camera looking a hot fucking mess, crying, blowing my nose because that was real raw emotion. People really right now are just going through it mentally. They don't even know what's going to happen next. People are walking around in a daze. They're just so hurt and confused by everything. It's like people went to sleep and woke up in a nightmare. And we have celebrities trying to give messages with filters and deadpan stares and monotone voices. Miss me with the bullshit. Thank you. Y'all know I'm going to speak on it. Miss me with the BS. You know, even I see people giving Steph Rogan and a lot of white celebrities props. Yeah, check them for saying all lives matter. My thing is, why now? These folks been screaming all lives matter. Why weren't you checking them before your hometown got burnt down? I'm not impressed. I feel like a lot of this stuff, I'm going to keep it real with you, like I've been saying from day one, and hopefully, they'll leave my stream alone. But I also have to watch what I say because I'm not going to poke the bear, and I'm not going to disrupt the only streaming income I have right now, okay? Because they're not hiring in Minnesota, okay? This was definitely planned. This was esoterical. And people don't have to like that I go deep and I go esoterical with stuff. But when I see lyrics in songs that are going viral and lyrics are saying demon time, and you can spin it how you want to spin it and say, oh, that just means, after hours, you wild out. Well, we used to call it the after set. We didn't call things like that demon time. When I start hearing things in the sky, when people are sending me stuff from different parts of Texas, and you hear moaning and you could say it might be a psychological thing. It might be the police playing, demon sounds and people screaming, just like they were playing The Purge. But it just shows you how dark people have to be to even play like that. Okay. The reason why I say a lot of this stuff is very evil, very planned. Let's go back to the coronavirus. Okay. Let's go back to how demonic that was. We all know now that it was created in a lab. You have to be a very dark, demented person to create something like that in a lab and supposedly accidentally leak it onto the people of China. But what was going on before the coronavirus in China that a lot of people don't realize? Before the coronavirus, the Hong Kong people, they do not want to be a part of mainland China. They have been protesting. There were riots on the streets. Okay? Them Chinese people ain't no better than us Americans here rioting and burning up shit. Y'all go back to what they were doing before the coronavirus became well known, before I started talking about it, before it leaked out back on December 28th. What were they doing in Hong Kong, China? We're going to get deep. I'll probably be late to my meeting. They were rioting because China is trying to force Hong Kong to be a part of mainland China. They want to control those people. There's more freedoms in Hong Kong than there is in overall China. And they want to basically, make it where America and other nations do not recognize Hong Kong as a separate state. That is what they were doing. So how do you get yes, I'm glad y'all remember. Thank you. I'm glad y'all remember. So how do you get these people to stop what they're doing, to stop their rioting? We're going to accidentally leak out a damn pandemic. Those people started falling sick. People started running, trying to hide, trying to get out of China because they felt something wasn't right. Remember around that time, y'all can go back. The chat is disappearing. Well, it always does that when I'm talking real stuff. Remember around that time, they had a huge festival in China I think it was like 10,000 people. I forget the name of the festival. They were all sharing and eating from the same plates, forks, because China's, their culture is very communal. So they all eat together. Thousands of people at this little festival. A lot of people really believe that it might have really been let out then, not in the Wuhan market, when they did the festival. Because remember, that was around the Chinese New Year, and everybody was coming to China. All of this is strategically planned. I've been telling y'all for days now. Thank you. The Spring Festival. Let me see. Somebody said something about the banquet. People are writing information. Yes, it was a free It was a free banquet. Nothing in life is ever free. I learned that a long time ago. But so they released this virus. People are running scared. They're jumping on planes and they're flying to America. They're flying to, Europe. And now the pandemic is spreading. But the difference between here and Europe is our energy is different here in America. It's very hard to tell Americans that they can't do something. Okay. So they thought, okay, there's a pandemic. Let's put this on CNN 24/7, scare these people, put masks on, put gloves on. You don't want to get sick. There's going to be 1 million dead in America before it's all said and done. Look at Italy, look at China. And eventually, people took heed. Businesses shut down overnight. People lost their place of business overnight. And for the past 3 months, when did everything go into effect? I want to say like March. My days are so mixed up, but we just know it's like around the beginning of March is when everything went into effect, right? So now we're in March. And we're all confused as to what's going on. Why are we all sitting in the house? Why can't we work? These kids can't go to school. What is going on? And we're just watching the news, CNN and the mainstream media just, pumping fear into everyone. While folks were fighting to go get toilet paper, white people and Asian people were lining up to go get guns. Remember? I was showing pictures of people lining up to go get guns. And I'm like, what is going on? Something like you're getting guns before food. What is going on? Then let's not forget. I'm going to take y'all back because I've been covering this. I'm going to take y'all back down memory road. Remember the great exodus of the CEOs. And we kept saying, where are all these CEOs going? What do they know that we, the regular people, don't know? Every CEO's bouncing? Where y'all going? We want to come too. Y'all remember that? Everybody was, I'm giving the reins over to such and such. See you when I see you. Deuces. What do they know that we don't know? Okay. So now people are getting checks, getting stimulus money. And I'm sitting here like, that's a nice gesture, but that $1,200 is not going to be a lot of money for people. You still need income coming in. People who own businesses still have to pay their rent on their business. When are these businesses going to open back up? Then states like Georgia and other cities in the South were like, we can't keep paying people to sit around at home. Remember that? Then they started talking about reopening things back up because it was putting a strain on the economy. This isn't free money, you guys. This money is coming from somewhere. So now we can't afford to keep y'all at home. A lot of you Black folks are making more money sitting at home than working. I think, y'all need to start coming back out. We're going to start reopening stuff. And even then we kind of felt some type of way like, this is kind of suspect. Y'all want Black folks in Atlanta to start going back to work. Okay, well, we'll do it because we're tired of being in the house. So people start going out. Clubs are starting to reopen. People are starting to get comfortable. And just as we're letting our guards down, we're feeling like, okay, maybe things are starting to go back to normalcy. Let's pick up where we left off in March. And then all of a sudden, the whole George Floyd situation happens. And the whole world just goes crazy. Do y'all understand? Yes, the world is a stage. Do y'all understand how all of this was just so strategic? And I've been saying for a long time, it hurts that it happened in my backyard of the Twin Cities, but I knew it had to happen here for a reason. And this whole twinning energy, we're going to talk about that real quick. The twinning energy, like I explained in previous videos, St. Paul, Minneapolis are the Twin Cities. We are one of the only cities in the country where you have two major metropolitan cities. Literally, the only thing that separates us is the river. Most cities are 2 to 4 hours apart. That is why we're called the Twin Cities. We are in the middle of the country. That demon energy had to spread. I said that before. There's more twinning stuff. On top of 2020, this being Gemini season, Trump being a Gemini, his daughter, beautiful Black girl, her name is Gianna Floyd. Who else's daughter's name was Floyd? Was Gianna. Who else had a daughter named Gianna? That we talked about for weeks. Kobe Bryant's daughter, Gianna Bryant. What did baby Gianna Floyd say when they were interviewing her? And I'm going to show y'all some of this too. Baby Gianna Floyd says, my daddy changed the world. And they made sure to tell her to say it twice. Let me play that really quick for you guys. Give me just a second here.
He did what? He did what?
Daddy changed the world. Also, speaking on the twin thing, George Floyd was also doing porn. This is not to disrespect him. This is facts. Okay? When I went to go look at the porno, because I wanted to make sure it was him, I went to the comments, because I went back into the comments. And what I noticed in the comments was initially before all this started, because this porno been out for a while, people, excuse me, people had assumed it was Steven Jackson. They thought it was a celebrity porn tape. If you go back and you read a lot of those comments, it was initially thought to be Steven Jackson. It wasn't until this death that people put two and two together and realized it was George Floyd. That's how much these two look alike. Again, the twinning energy. When he was in that video, he had on no shirt. On his chest were two double-headed eagles, a Masonic sign on his chest. Which leads me to believe that a lot of this stuff was very, very esoterical. And a lot of this stuff was planned. Maybe he was picked. But I'm also hearing that the neighbors had no idea that some of the police officers were even cops, which is strange because usually when you live in a neighborhood like that, you'll see that police officers patrol car. You know what neighbors are cops. I've never lived in a neighborhood where we've had a police officer nobody knew. So that's odd. Okay. First Cup Food said that they were going to pay for George Floyd's funeral. Then Floyd Mayweather came out and said he was going to pay for it. Again, another twinning thing. George Floyd, Floyd Mayweather. So it's just so many things that are connecting. And I know for a fact we got 10,000 people watching. Make sure y'all go ahead and hit the like. Since 10,000 people are in here, support my channel. Hit like. Let's bring more people in here to watch what I'm saying. There was something else that had just popped into my mind about him. Okay, we said the Floyd Mayweather thing. So that was another twinning thing. Another thing about Steven Jackson that people made me aware of that I did not know is that he has said a lot of really colorist things about Black women. He's gone on several rants saying that Black women are worse than the police. They make the worst babies' mothers. He says a lot of disparaging things about Black women. And I was sent videos by females who were showing me this. So I find it very ironic now that this is a man who 3 months ago, he was saying that Black women were worse than the police, and his so-called twin gets killed by the police. Do y'all see the games that are being played here? Do y'all see the games that are being played? He compared us to being worse than the police. Now he's over there holding that young black queen on his shoulders after you disrespected black women. So we're worse than the police, but who's on the front line, brother? I've seen more black women on the front line going toe to toe, speaking to the police, speaking to the protesters than any of these celebrity black men. It's a lot of stuff going on. Let me read some comments. Ray Carroll says, good afternoon, T. Hope you're doing well today. I have been worried about you since your last live. I live in Salt Lake City, and the protest was violent over the weekend. Thank you, sis. And the fact that you live in Salt Lake City, Utah, I seen that with Crossbow Chris. He was trying to shoot, protesters and got his ass whooped. There's not even that many black people in Salt Lake City. What are they protesting about? Do y'all see how strategic this is? You have cities that have really literally never had any type of unrest, and they've turned violent. They put a spell on the people. Let me show y'all something. There was a video. Now, I know a lot of you guys might have seen it. It was very disturbing. I didn't want to post it. I didn't, there's certain things. I don't mind you guys sending it to me because I'm strong enough to handle a lot of stuff, even death. But I know a lot of people are not. And I know that there's young people who follow me. So I there's certain things I'm just not going to post. I'm not going to post bodies strewn in the streets of Philly. I seen the video. The guy that ended up being the shop owner, the one that was accused of wielding the sword, and the people thought that he was trying to come at them, and they ended up beating him into like literally a pretzel. It was the worst video I've seen. I legit thought they had killed that man. By the grace of God, he survived that, that beating. But I say that to say this, for those who put a teacup if you guys saw that video, because I don't have it to show y'all. Put one teacup if you guys saw the video of them beating that man into literally a pretzel. He was twisted up. I thought he was gone. I swore I thought he was gone. Did you guys see that video? Okay. So let me ask y'all this. To the ones who saw that video, remember how everybody was just beating him. And then finally something came over the crowd when he was twisted and couldn't move. And it was like, oh my God, you guys stop. What have we done? That was that demon energy playing right before your eyes. It wasn't until somebody snapped out of it, because it's an energy that happens when people get into a crowd. It's like a groupthink thing. So when you see one person doing something, you may not even realize it until it's too late that you're involved. And when you go into situations like that, you have to be very strong mentally, spiritually, because that energy will drag you into something that you did not mean to do. There's going to be a lot of people, y'all, family members, people that we love, that went down there with good intentions. They went down there to protest. Yes, there were anarchists there. There were anarchist people there. There were people who did not have intentions of doing good. But the majority of people went down there to peacefully protest. And once the chaos started, it just blanketed the crowd. It was like just certain things came over people. And thank God one of those people that were beating that man snapped out of it. Because once he snapped out of it, it's almost like he broke the spell. And then you heard people panicking. Oh my God, what do we do? Is he okay? Then people started running. Let me show y'all the dude that drove here. Remember, everybody kept saying I was crazy. Ain't nobody driving to your city to do shit. That's all you dusty Minnesota people breaking shit. That's fine. But let me show y'all this guy. His name is Matthew Rupert. And he was charged with riding and bringing explosives. Do y'all see his big cornbread smile? Do y'all see his smile? He has so much demon energy running through him. He's not even in his right mind. The stuff he was filming himself doing was ridiculous. Let's go ahead and watch this news article real quick, this newscast.
Man brought bombs to Minneapolis on a mission to destroy parts of the city. The FBI says 28-year-old Matthew Rupert posted on his Facebook last Thursday asking for people who wanted to go with him to Minneapolis. The next day, Rupert went live on Facebook from Minneapolis and started handing out houses.
I want to throw them back. Got some bombs, throw them back. Throw them back. Light it and throw it. Light it and throw it. He's throwing bombs. He's throwing my bombs. They're going to bomb the police right now with them. Throw. There you go. Good shot. Good shot, my boy.
Later in the video, Rupert and a group of others could be seen looting stores. At one point, he yells out that he lit a Sprint store on fire. Police arrested Rupert in Chicago today for breaking the curfew there. He now faces several federal charges. Man.
All right, so you guys just saw that. That's not normal. That's not normal behavior. That's not normal behavior of people who are thinking rationally, okay? We all know criminals and people who do dirt. How many people film themselves handing other people explosives? Going live. He's going live like I'm going live. Hey, you guys, I want to see me burn some shit. That was an energy that was put out there to get people who normally wouldn't do that. Because most people, if they're going to do dirt, you're not really trying to be seen. You're not going to announce it to the world. There's so many people on Snapchat, Instagram selling looted shit. It's like, do y'all think they're not going to see this and come after you guys? Come on. It's an energy. People, this was all a psyop. This was all something set up. If we can think about it, if they can spread out a virus, okay, air, because it was something people breathe in, what makes you think you can't spread out things, you know, using magic and esoterical stuff? What makes you think they can't, you know, like I said, that song, the remix with that whole demon time, you just don't know what, that was a viral song right before all this stuff. You just don't know, like, these people are master manipulators. These people had this shit planned well in advance. They dabble in numbers and things like that. All of this is not happening in 2020 by happenstance. All of this goes very, very deep. And the part that hurts is that so many people fell into this trap. This is what they wanted. Because now what's going to happen, they're about to usher in a bunch of stuff. Even now, they've announced in Minnesota that they're going to do contact tracing of everybody's cell phones. I remember when they first were talking about contact tracing, we were speaking about this weeks ago. It was for the virus. It was for our protection. So in the event you're at a restaurant eating, if somebody gets the Rona, they can figure out who was all at the restaurant and contact you and say, hey, you know, hey, Becky, you were at this restaurant over here on Lake Street and, you know, Susie caught the Rona. You might want to go get tested. They try to put it out there like it was something sweet, you know, something for our best interest. What they are doing now is basically they're now going to use, excuse me, my chest is still so irritated. They're now going to use that contact tracing to basically who was all at the riots and who was doing what. So a lot of people are going to be getting visits to their door. They were already, think about it. They were implementing that for the coronavirus, right? Supposedly. But now that's when they were setting everything into place. Now that everything's in place, oh, well, you know, it ain't about the Rona no more. We now need it for this. This was all pre-planned. Also, for y'all who don't know, Tulsa, Oklahoma, aka Black Wall Street, was burnt 99 years ago. Again, another twinning thing. Huh? You guys are going? Okay, be safe. All right, I'll call y'all in a bit. That was another twinning thing. So it's almost like that energy that they put out, them wanting to burn, you know, Black Wall Street and terrorize those Black people in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's almost like they wanted to revisit that 99 years later. All of this stuff is very symbolical. The rabbit hole definitely goes deep. It goes very deep. Let me read some of these super chats. I'm not trying to ignore you guys here. Give me a second. Oh, somebody sent $50. Thank you so much for the super chat. Molly Holly says, oh my effing God, T. I love you. Your spirit is just beautiful. I've been watching you forever now. Thank you so much for the super chat, sis. Really appreciate it. And thank you so much for the support. Twinborn. Hey, twin. He says, all truths, facts, where is the lie? Thank you, thank you, thank you. They are ushering in this new world order. Have you guys ever heard the mainstream news talk about the new world order before? They don't talk like that on the mainstream, but I've even heard mainstream news reporters, say stuff like that. They are trying to usher in something new. Shakur DeAndre says, I'm a gay black man. The LGBT doesn't have issues with police brutality. Black men do. Ayana Dior, trans woman, was attacked by black men. We're marching for the same men who attacked us. Sorry to hear that. Terrell Bembry says, priest sister, love you. Thank you for the $24.99. Appreciate it. Jen AB sends 50. Thank you so much for the super chat, Jen. Show and Tell. Telly Two Flies sent 20. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. I'm just trying to get through all these messages here. Melissa Warford, take care, T. Love you, from a sister in Kansas. Thank you, sis. Appreciate it. Carissa Allen, they say it's a lunar eclipse on June 5th. Look, y'all see me look at the date real quick, like, okay, today's the 4th. I've been hearing about it, but I didn't know when the date was, so thank you. She says it's a lunar eclipse on June 5th, a solar eclipse on June 21st, another lunar eclipse on July 5th. It's the first time in 2,000 years. We all know what happened 2,000 years ago. Love you. I've been hearing about these different eclipses. I definitely had to read more into that because I didn't know it was so many. I know they said there was supposed to be one coming this week, but I didn't know it was so many. Let's see here. Coco Vey says, hey, T. Also, there are videos of protesters getting pepper sprayed by the police and hit by the police, and they didn't flinch a muscle. Yep, I posted a black man. They were spraying him, and he just stood there. He's a G, because that shit ain't no joke. Pepper spray, all those irritants. Like, my lungs have just been, oh my gosh. Fuck a corona. That damn gas shit. Like, I'm still coughing. My lungs still hurt. Like, yesterday, my lungs were just, like, hurting, and it was kind of still, like, messing with my breathing and stuff. So that's why I really haven't been going live, because I was just coughing a lot. Like, I'm not coughing as bad today. It's getting better. But it's no joke. It's no joke. So for them to be taking that shit head on, props to them. And somebody even left a comment. It was so, it wasn't funny, but it was funny. They're like, oh, well, T, you never know. Uncle Snoop is old. He's 50. He can't be out there. Plus, the Rona. I got a whole chronic illness, bad lungs. I've been telling y'all from day one, my lungs are like that of a 70-year-old. My lungs are so scarred, you know what I'm saying, from like just bouts of shit I've gone through with my chronic illness, but I'm still out there. I still breathed in the bullshit. We was even out there the other day taking video of all the burnt wreckage. The whole part of Lake Street stinks. It still smells like smoke. You can taste it in your mouth as you breathe it. I had on my mask, but it didn't really do too much because you could still taste it. No excuses. If I'm out there as a female and I'm a mother of 2 and I have a chronic illness and I can still go to the protest, I can still go out and give out food and Pampers. No excuses. No excuses. I don't want to hear that. Yeah, Lachey, I'm okay. I'll be fine. Like I said, it's in God's hands. Some people feel like, oh, well, you really shouldn't be out there. You should just be sitting at home. But then if I sit at home, then you have other people being like, oh, well, you're just sitting at home. What are you doing? So it's like you're caught between a rock and a hard shell. And for me, I'm doing what's in my heart. And what's in my heart has been to be out there and to be helping people. My kids are leaving now to go give out Pampers and formula and groceries and everything else. Because I told them, anybody living in this house, you're going to give back. You're not going to just sit in the suburbs and be comfortable and be like those people over there. Those people over there is who raised your mama. You know what I'm saying? So that's where they're headed. That's what he just came in the room to tell me. They're on their way over there. They're about to go give away supplies. So there's things you can do. Everybody's not meant to be on the front line. I'm not saying that. Because y'all seen when they had that standoff in St. Paul, I ran. Because them bullets, I'm telling you, them rubber bullets, I've never seen those a day in my life because I've never been in a police confrontation. So I always assumed that, when they shot you with rubber bullets, they were like, just small pellets like the size of marbles. When we got down there the night of the riots, I'm looking on the ground. I mean, the shit was this big. If I got hit with one of those, yeah, it may not penetrate me, but I'm going to be fucked up. So yeah, hell yeah. When there's a standoff and people are throwing shit at the police and they got, shit like this, I'm running. I'm not about to get hit with a fucking rubber bullet. I've seen way too many welts from people in Minnesota who got hit with that shit. Some girl, I forgot what state that was in, she lost her eye. So I'm not saying that everybody, has to be right there on the front lines, but there's so many things you can do for your community. Don't look at it like, well, it's those people. It's that section. This is a time that we need to all pull together. It's an acceleration. The Klans in the Twin Cities, no license plate shooting, vapid culture. Thank you. I've been hearing that a lot from people that the Klan is here. I do believe that they're here, but I can't post. There's nothing for me to post. There's like no solid evidence. I mean, they don't walk around in bed sheets and, hoods anymore like they used to. So, but yeah, we're aware that there's a lot of white supremacist groups up here. And the thing is, in the Twin Cities, it's very easy for them to blend in because this is a majority white state. There's more white people here. So I also believe that is why that they chose to do it here, because those anarchists that came from other states, they could blend in easier because they're white. This is more of a white state. Whereas if they would have started, let's say, in Atlanta, people are like, well, where did all these white folks come from? They don't be in Atlanta like that. So I believe that that's another reason why it started here. Lisa J since 5. She says, T, I'm from London. Lunar eclipse is in Sagittarius, the truth seeker. Hope you get your chart read one day. You're very intuitive. Thank you. I don't know. I don't too much dabble in a lot of that stuff. Like, I mean, tarot cards and, not all of that stuff is bad, but it has to be somebody that I trust. I really don't want to mix my energy with any and everybody when it comes to like readings and all that stuff, because everybody don't have good intentions. So I'm very strict on that. Dark Energy 17 says, thanks for the info. Gia says Prince was a Gemini. And from Minneapolis, black celebrities, mainly black men, are phony. Yeah, a lot of them have shown their ass. So let's go ahead and talk about Trina real quick. So yesterday, we're going to talk about Stormy Wellington too. Her and Trina with their CBD scams, CBDT. So yesterday, Trina basically stated that, she caught the protesters animals and social media went in on her. They gave her the Coon Award and people drug her because this is the same woman who was called the N-word. Okay, was straight disrespected, called the N-word. And she thought it was okay. I'm trying to find the audio. Let's see. Where's the audio? Hold on, it might be on the next slide. I've been posting so much stuff, it's crazy. Okay, and then she got into it with Masika Kalasia. They were into it. Masika was checking her. It got so bad that Masika called her La Karen. Because Trina was cussing people out who were confronting her about her words, telling them, bitch, keep my name out your mouth. And so Masika Kalasia says, you ain't nobody to know, ho. Don't address my community that I do plenty for, too, with you, coon. My brothers and sisters are enraged and in pain. risking their lives fighting for a change, and you call us animals. Well, bitch, I'm a dog. You're a senior. The elders are supposed to set an example, Karen. She drugged Trina for the filth. That shit was funny. Trina spent more time online yesterday trying to beat people up. It was insane. I can't find the audio. Hold on. Trying to see where the audio is. It should have been in here, but did they remove the damn audio? It was like audio with her and Trick Daddy. Let me see. You see the one of Snoop Dogg with his bullshit. Okay, let me play you Stormy Wellington's because I don't know where Trina's audio is. Kaya drug her though. Kaya's been keeping her foot on Trina's neck. Let me play you Stormy's thing here. Why people were mad. This is a lady that sells the CBD NutriBurst that's been proven to be a pyramid scheme. This is what she said. She's mad because she lost $100,000 in sales.
Today is a prime example of being tricked out your spot. You silenced yourself. Therefore, no one saw your business. You probably lost 56%, 70% of your sales today. So busy trying to be a follower. Your business today suffered. I know it did, because my business today suffered, okay? We stand for social justice. We stand for equality. We stand to eradicate racism. I do not stand to lose my business. I do not stand to fall short of my goals. So y'all can play, but tomorrow I ain't playing. Tomorrow I go even harder. Now I gotta make up for the $100,000 I lost today while y'all wanna black out. You know what? I'm back in. I'm done with the blackout. Tomorrow I goes harder. No holds barred. I ain't holding back. I don't even want to go to sleep today because I feel like I gotta make up for the 24 hours that I lost today. So y'all could be asleep if y'all want. And let these people play. Today is a prime example.
So do y'all see? And when I tell you, spiritual world drug her ass. Oh, they drug her. If y'all's not on my Instagram page, that's where all the tea's at, honey. Hey, Jen. I see my manager's in the house. Hey, sis. Hope you're feeling okay. It shows you how greedy, how selfish people are. People who were in the same boat as others are now mad and calling folks out because they lost $100,000 in sales. Do you realize you're literally running a pyramid scheme with folks, MLM, right? Multi-level marketing, where people were joining, okay, spending their last few $100s because they've been out of work, joining, trying to sell CBDT and NutriBurst in hopes of becoming millionaires, but not realizing that then they had to con other people into joining, and that's how they get their money. But everybody who signed up, they signed up under Stormy, so that's how she's gotten paid. If you're making $100,000 in one day, losing supposedly $100,000 in a day should be okay. Why? Because you made $100,000 a day before. I think that will last you through the week. Okay. You have people right now who have lost their entire businesses, who have lost their homes. You have communities right now where folks don't even know where to go buy groceries, to go get medication. The last thing on their mind is buying some damn CBD tea and some NutriBurst. So if this doesn't show you how a lot of people look at you guys, and shout out to Troy CTV, because he spit some real shit. He talked about how he was scammed and how people try to get him to push it as a YouTuber, because we see a lot of influencers pushing it as well. And I met them. I met them when I was at Nene Leak's event. And I honestly, the way it was being spun, I thought that was her creation. I thought that, I'm like, okay, cool. Another sister, she done came out with a CBD line and NutriBurst. I had never heard of it. So I thought she had created it. Then as more information was coming out and people were making videos, she doesn't own it. She's an employee. The owner lives in a whole nother country. And it's like, at a time like this, when all I hear is I is insane. Right now, I haven't even had the time to even think about who has bought what, if my skincare line is still selling, are my teas on Amazon selling, because that's not the big picture. You should have multiple streams of income so that way you're not worried about the one income that you do have. I haven't thought about any of that. So it's like to have somebody yelling at people and talking down to Black people because they chose to do a blackout. And the blackout wasn't about that. A lot of people were using the blackout to support Black businesses, to shout things out. So I was just really disappointed in her and Trina, in the way that, they were carrying on. Now that everybody done drug Trina, honey, now she's trying to come back and apologize. Folks ain't trying to hear that shit. She's canceled. So I'm going to go ahead and play you guys her apology. I do have that here.
Speaking for Black people. I am the Black people. Right. I am Black people. That's what I'm speaking for. And I'm not going to say Black people are animals. All of my people, I'm not talking to you, not the protests, not those that are trying to make change. And this is why the day after, when we spoke to the commissioner, I said to Trick, well, I learned a lot more about what's really happening and what, because I'm trying to understand what's the solution. What is the answer to everything that's happening? And it's more than just in the streets with people, doing whatever. It's the commissioners, it's the governors, the mayors, all these people, it's the chief of police. I had no idea of that. So now I'm understanding that. And these are the people that has to protect the cities. And so now these are the people that you go and you want to talk to. You want answers from. You want all this. You want change. This has been built up to try to make it look better. So that's just where I was speaking from. Not a store, not nothing, nobody's fancy car, none of that. I don't care about that. I'm just speaking from where I felt that, things that I saw. I'm not calling nobody's color or anything. The gap was, I didn't say, Black people, my people, and I would never say that or call Black people animals or any name. Like, I am a Black person. I must be an animal. I must be the same person. I mean, that's not who I am.
Right. A real Trina.
Girl, bye. Girl, bye. The problem is you got caught. You were upset because your friend's store was looted. You were upset once it came into your backyard. And this is why everybody does not need to have a platform. This is why certain celebrities need to just stick to making booty shaking music and talking about how deep and wet their coochie is, as opposed to trying to be a voice of the people. My issue is, even when Trick Daddy was trying to school her and tell her, do you understand these people are enraged? They're hurt. Folks are out of work. Her whole attitude was so flippant and dismissive. She had the same attitude on that radio conversation, I wish I could find it, yesterday that she did on Love and Hip Hop. She only has a somber attitude now because of the backlash. I mean, it got to a point where other celebrities were calling her out. Even Joe Budden and even Kaya started trending because everybody was like, Kaya, come get this girl. Come drag her once again. Even people have turned on her and are now supporting Kaya Shimon. That says a lot right there. So I'm not buying her apology, because if she was really sincere, all that I'm about to beat your ass and she was cussing people out, and that's how she talks to people. There's a young girl on YouTube who had made a video about how when she called into the radio station, Trina talked to her real crazy. And she was saying, Trina, you're from Miami. We're trying to support you, but you need to stop trying to talk to us crazy and talk down to people. Like, she has this arrogance about herself. And my thing is, you can't have that, and especially not at a time like this. Everybody's hurting. You can call out certain things, but then when you go ahead and you say the next day that you spoke on a situation that you weren't aware about, that lets me know you didn't even research the situation. You were just popping off at the mouth. Yeah, that whole beneath me attitude, She said that one too many times to where it's just like, the first time it's like, okay, fine, she was just mad. Way too many videos of her going off, and she always goes back to that beneath me. That shouldn't be in your vocabulary, because I don't give a damn who you are, how much influence you have. Nobody's beneath anybody. At the end of the day, we're all human beings, because when shit got real, even the president ran to his bunker. So we weren't too beneath him. He tried to act like we were beneath him here in Minnesota. But when it got real in Washington, D.C., guess who skirted out? So nobody's beneath anybody. At the end of the day, we all have an expiration date. And folks need to check their attitudes at the door. I'm just blown away by some of these celebrity attitudes. It's just been very, very disgusting. It's been very disgusting. And then you have a lot of these brands now. Shout out to my sister Sharon from Uma Beauty. She started a new thing. Let me pull this up real quick. Put it on the screen. It's called Pull Up or Shut Up. And basically, she's calling out brands. She's holding brands, accountable, because a lot of brands now are coming out and they're like, Black Lives Matter and we support you guys. And so she's saying, dear allies, your favorite brands are making bold PR statements about their support for the Black community. Please ask them how many Black employees they have in their organizations, headquarters, satellite offices only. How many Black people they have in leadership roles for the next 72 hours. Do not purchase from any brand and demand that they release their figures. Ask them to pull up or shut up. Vote with your wallets, no receipts, no purchase. Demand your favorite brands release their Black corporate employee numbers. So that is Sharon. That is what Sharon is doing. Plus, she's been out there on the front lines as well. More Black women, like I said before, have been out there on the front lines that I've seen. Who have a platform is what I'm saying. Not saying that there's not regular Black men out there, but I'm talking people who have a platform. She has a whole makeup brand, okay, and she's been doing her thing for years. So she started that because we were noticing a lot of brands, L'Oreal and Estee Lauder, and now all of a sudden everybody's Black Lives Matter because they don't want their shit getting burnt up and looted. You know what I'm saying? They have the same attitude as T.I. When it wasn't in their backyard, it was all good. But once those luxury items, honey, started getting destroyed, here come the tattoo tears and, hey, y'all, we need to think about this. Gucci ain't never done nothing to y'all. Y'all seen Shekinah crying? It's like, really, you're crying and your best friend's husband led a whole protest for like 3 months to ban Gucci and you're crying about that? I don't care. I don't care about Gucci like that. Nobody should be looting and nobody should be, rioting. But why are you crying over Gucci? Why do you have such an attachment to Gucci, but not the Black-owned businesses who won't be able to bounce back, most likely? There's a lot of Black-owned businesses in Atlanta. How about you shout out their names instead of crying over Gucci? A lot of folks showed their true colors, but, like these ladies said, pull up or shut up. Don't just say Black Lives Matter. Don't just guzzle Black dick, okay? Pull up or shut up, period. Let's see here. Toya was just saying something. Classism is real, and it's showing in these celebrities. I'm not showing y'all's comments. Ariel said that. Yeah, a lot of this goes back to classism. Because again, it's always comfortable when things are going on in poorer neighborhoods. It's more comfortable when things are going on in poorer communities. But once it starts to affect their backyard, it's an issue. The whole situation is just a joke. Rolling my eyes at Gucci. Let's see here. Gibbs B says, this is Shola. Thank you, my Nigerian sis, for all you do. I saw all you did delivering food, and you were in the middle of all that. Thank God your boys are okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I know some people were asking, could they donate and all that. As long as I've been on YouTube, I don't do the whole donation thing. I know some of y'all did send donations when y'all found out I was going to go to the grocery store, even though I didn't need anything. I was just going to do it myself. I thank you guys for that. And with the ones who did write donation, I will be using that money to go get supplies. But the reason why I don't personally take donations, I don't want y'all attaching my name or brand to no bullshit. I don't trust a lot of people. So I don't do that. I just say, if you want to donate, go find an organization or go give yourself. Even when it was like hurricane, whatever hurricane you want to insert, we've had so many hurricanes, even like with those hurricane reliefs, like, oh, you should do a whole donation drive on your channel. No, go donate to the Red Cross. The people I need to help, I just sent them money directly, just because I don't want it to be a situation where people are like, well, I sent her $20. What did she do with the money? I need an accountability of my money. I don't have time for that. My mind is so all over the place. I don't have time to pull receipts to show you what I bought with money that you sent. So that's why I don't do the donation thing. Y'all just go find organizations, because what people are not going to do is sully my name or have me out here like I'm doing some nefarious shit. So that's why I don't take donations like that. I know people are asking me, like, could they donate, and just try and find organizations. I feel more comfortable with that. If I'm going to do something, I just come out of pocket. That's it. That's all. You know what I'm saying? So thank you so much for the super chat. Because yeah, people be real messy. I don't play that. I don't play that. Let me see something here. Hold up. Can we? Oh, okay. So we can block people. Keep that same energy, bitch. Make sure you keep that same energy. You just wanted to show everybody your name, Christian. Since you want to talk shit, you'll clap me, bitch. Keep that same energy. So we gonna block her. So y'all know who that is. She has a Facebook page. Since you want attention, hoe, we gonna give you the attention that you searching for, bitch. You're not gonna do shit. Don't come to my chat talking that mess. I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood at all. Y'all better keep that energy real fucking light right now. All these whack ass bitches not doing shit. Talking about, you'll clap me, but you won't go clap the white man though, bitch. You won't go at them National Guards, bitch. But you'll come at a single mother? Bitch, fuck you. You want attention? I'm gonna blast your ass. So now people know what the fuck you said. You're not gonna come in here talking anonymously, bitch. We gonna show your first and your last name, hoe. Now I'm tired of that. Don't come over here trolling. We talking some real shit. You want to disrupt the energy? I'm gonna give you some of that energy that you're looking for. So no, ain't no she's just trolling. I don't find that funny. I don't take death threats as trolling. If you take that shit as trolling, then that's on your dumb ass. Folks won't have that same energy for the KKK though, but they will for other black people. Love you too, CJ. Let me read these super chats. The only brand that is supporting is Apple Music. On Blackout Tuesday, they all stations and only play black artists live, giving them streams and exposure. That's good to hear because I didn't know that. So that's good to hear that Apple did that. Mary Noella says, love your beautiful soul, T. Stay blessed. Thank you. I had an ugly moment, but I'm human. Thank you for the super chat. Lizette Sanchez says, there's a white guy here in Arizona that's been trying to lead protests to get violence. People caught on. We think he's a cop. He claims to be from Anonymous, claims to be an ex-Marine, CIA retired, but he's trying to incite stuff. There's so many people like that in these different communities. It's insane. There's videos that are coming out of Boston, of the Boston police doing the same thing. You know, dropping bricks off. Not all of them, but there was like a group of police officers dropping bricks off. There was also video in, I believe, Chicago of certain police officers breaking, you know, car windows and things like that. So that is definitely something that I don't even want to say that it's all police that's doing that. Not saying that they're innocent in all this, but you have a lot of anarchists. So you have people who are, you know, who I wouldn't be surprised if they were also buying police uniforms, you know, police badges, taking uniforms and then going out like they're cops, again, to cause more anarchy. So you do have road cops out there, but then you also have people who are playing roles. Because, I mean, think about it like this. If you have people who can play the role of an agitator, who can play the role of a protester, of a looter, I would also think there'd be people who'd be willing to play the role of a police officer. Because, again, it's just creating more and more drama and divide. Because initially it started with the people versus the police and the government, and then it went on to black versus white. And now in certain cities like Chicago and even in Dykeman, it became black versus Mexican and black versus the Dominicans. So that was a whole nother issue as well. So it's just a lot of anarchy going on. It's a lot of crazy stuff. Really, Nadia says, absolutely love you for real, sis. Thank you so much, sis. Thanks for the super chat. I appreciate it. Yardley Moy says, I know you're upset right now, but all you want, but you still look fine, and you owe me a date. LOL. Love you, T. Thank you. Maybe once everything stops burning and life, I don't even know if life will return back to normal, honey, because I'm here. We gotta show ID, give our first and last name, email addresses when we go to bars and restaurants now. So maybe once all that starts to get back to normal, we can go on a date or something, buddy. He's like, I'm gonna shoot my shot, even if the world is ending. Dakaka says, I feel bad for small-owned businesses getting burnt down. We still have a pandemic, and these fires are probably going to cause more health issues. I believe that. Even when I was over south, that smell, like the people who live close to the fires, and you figure out that stuff that was burning, gasoline and all those embers, those are all particles in the air. So that's going to be another way for them to force people to continue to wear masks, because now it's like you want to wear a mask because of all the smells from the burning and the arsons and stuff like that. Whereas we were starting to get away from wearing the mask because we were assuming that the corona thing was dying down. And another thing I've noticed with the virus, have you also noticed that they're not talking about it as much as they were? A few weeks ago, that's all they were talking about is the coronavirus. Now, all of a sudden, you're not hearing that anymore. It's like everything has switched up. So we have over 13,000 people in here. Thank you guys for coming through and watching. Appreciate y'all. Let me read some more of these super chats here. Brittany Lanai says, thank you for teaching me. Thank you for being you. Thank you for using this platform. My man and me love listening to you. One love from our home to yours, Miss T. Thank you so much. I appreciate you and your boyfriend's support. It means a lot to me. Welcome new member, Queen Q. Miss Diva says, I love how you are. I watch you every day and all you do. Stay safe. Love you too. Love you too, sis. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Marlon Harrison says, I pray that your South Minneapolis recovers from these riots. My area has riots in the 60s and we still recovering. And that's the thing that I've learned with a lot of this. Like, one thing people can't say, I've always had that same energy. Even when we were talking about the Freddie Gray situation in Baltimore and they were rioting, when we talked about Ferguson, I've always said, do not, riot and loot and burn things down, because it's so hard for those communities to recover. And I remember when the whole Michael Brown situation happened, I was living in LA at the time. I had just moved out there. And I remember one of the first places I went to in LA was Florence and Normandy, where the whole LA riot started. And that whole area, it took them so long to even want to rebuild. I mean, for years, there was nothing over there. It's like when those riots came into those communities, those businesses never came back. So I've always said that, even in Ferguson, even in Baltimore, I never took joy in seeing people's communities destroyed, because I saw in LA, even though I'm not a native of LA, I saw how 20-some years later, like, damn, this shit is still messed up over here. So you're right when you say that it happened in your city in the 60s and it's still bad. There's parts of the Bronx when they were going, if you guys watch the show The Get Down, there are parts of the Bronx where, people who own businesses and projects were paying these guys to burn stuff down, and a lot of those areas of the Bronx have not recovered. And that happened back in like the 70s and 80s and stuff. Like, it takes a long time to rebuild infrastructure. And my biggest fear with what's going to happen to Lake Street is going to go from being Lake Street to Lake Street Heights. It's going to go, from being, they regentrified, they gentrified that area in one night. When they do decide to come back, because Minnesota will eventually rebuild, that area is prime location. The area on the north side, they've been trying to get those people out of there for so long. As bad as the north side is, and that's where a lot of the killings go on in the city and all that stuff, that is prime real estate. In other cities I've been to, usually the places with the best views cost the most money. But For some reason, the north side is the more lower income part of the Twin Cities. Those people on the north side have like some of the best views. You can see the Twin Stadium. You can see, you know, a lot of downtown. So they want those areas because then if they can burn down that whole little strip and burn down that area, and when they do decide to rebuild, they can charge a lot more for the property value. So it's going to force people to move because then you can't afford to live in those low income areas. The same thing happened in Harlem. Whenever I go to New York and I go visit my friends in Harlem, and they've told me like none of this stuff was here. Like these are the same streets that Malcolm X preached on, and now there's like a Forever 21 and a Starbucks, and you know, and from the outside looking in, people might be like, well, that's a good thing. You know, now you guys have clean streets and, you know, nice shopping centers. But is it really a good thing? Because now those people who made the community what it was, they can't afford to stay there. I mean, some of those brownstones in Harlem, you know, go for $4,000 a month. The average family can't afford that. So that's my biggest fear. Look, somebody says, teach. Let me see here. Teach the most underdeveloped areas are prime property. Thank you, Margaret. Thank you, sis. That's the truth. Those are some of the most beautiful views in our city are the locations where they hit. Just like the Midway in St. Paul, they spent millions on a brand new soccer stadium. You can see it off of the freeway. And the Midway was hit. So when all those businesses that they looted and burnt down, when they go to rebuild, it's going to be condos. That's going to be places for people to fly into the Twin Cities and, you know, go catch a soccer game and then go back to their Airbnb. I see it now. I see it now. Everything was very, very strategic because these people wouldn't move. So what better way to get people in these locations to move than to just wreak havoc? Because now you're not going to want to move. Hell, the PTSD that most people have suffered over the past, you know what I'm saying, week or so is enough to make you want to move and never look back. So they knew what they were doing. A lot of this is even more psychological than anything. Even now, like when I'm out here at my house, like I'm looking in my backyard. Yes, it's green grass, but I'm still thinking psychologically of the South Side, of everything I've been witnessing over the past few days. When I close my eyes, I'm over South. I'm not in my home. I'm waking up screaming and just, you know, it's crazy. It's PTSD. It really is. So that alone will make people want to just move out of that situation. Isis said, I'm definitely going to have PTSD because of this. Yes. Yes. A lot of people. A lot of people. Master P has family in St. Paul. Yes. Master P, him and his kids moved to the Twin Cities. And I love Master P. I'm a big fan of him. He's always spoken truth to power. Always just, you know, just a really positive man. Big fan of Master P and his family. His kids are wonderful. They were all going to Minnehaha Academy. I don't even know if they'll be able to return at this point. I know they've all been in Cali since the corona happened. When all the schools shut down, they went back to Cali. But the kids, Hersey and Mercy, excellent basketball players. They can hoop, you know. So I feel so bad for just all of these kids, like how their childhood, like think about everybody who's young right now. This is their memories. This is what they have to remember their childhood. My son's last day of school was yesterday. He hasn't been in school since March. He had to go to school. I couldn't even take him. I'm just so mentally can't even deal with shit. His grandma took him. So she took him up to the school to clean out his locker, get all his little sweat jackets and, you know, athletic wear out of there, books, things he has not seen since March. Think about everything those children left in their lockers. Because when everything happened, it was spring break. These kids literally went on spring break thinking within a few days we'll be back to school, we'll see our teachers, our friends. Never went back. How devastating is that for these children? He's supposed to be graduating the 8th grade. There is no graduation. This is their memories. I feel so bad for like the teenagers and the young people who can really comprehend. You know, the babies, they'll eventually, you know, they're not going to forget, but it's not hitting them. It's not going to hit a 5-year-old as hard as it is a 13, 14, 15-year-old. It's sad. It's sad. Yes, you guys, please don't forget to hit that like button. How long have I been on here? I've been on here for an hour and 14 minutes. Let me see. I have a meeting at 4. Let me just check something real quick here. T-Sipper said, I finally caught alive and joined. Been watching since the bathroom afro days. Love how you spit facts. Pray you and the boys remain safe and blessed. Love you, T. Love you too. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I'm just clicking our names here. Bernan says, isn't it Brenda says, isn't it interesting that no one is really talking about Hillary? The mainstream media is disgusting. Yeah, wasn't it funny that was during the whole blackout? They want everybody to just shut the fuck up, just black out everything. And I felt that I was just skeptical about it. Anytime we're going through real shit and people need to have information and you decide to do a blackout, I was like, I'm not cool with that. You know, it's one thing to like what Apple did, that made sense. You know, blackout by supporting Black artists, blackout by supporting Black businesses. I get that. But then there were other people that were saying, oh, no, the blackout means just be quiet. Don't say anything. You know, take a day off of social media. And then we find out there's all these primaries and, you know, voting that needed to go on and the whole thing with Hillary. So, you know, you got to really look at stuff a lot deeper. You got to look at stuff a lot deeper. They have a 1-800 number for mental health. I think that's a good thing. A lot of people are going to need it. Oh, Girl Emo says, and hurricane season still hasn't happened. You know, I was thinking about that the other day too. Like, this is just the beginning of summer. What is going to happen when hurricane season gets here and we're already dealing with all this stuff that no city was expecting? I think somebody told me that in the Twin Cities, we have over 55. Well, I don't even know if it's the whole Twin Cities or just Minneapolis, but there's over $55 million worth of damage. 55 million. And I can imagine other cities. So this is something that's going to definitely affect us. America's going to be in so much debt, it's ridiculous. And where we're going to, you know, get the money from to, you know, fix the infrastructure and fix what people ruin? Probably from damn China. Who knows? Seems like they're the ones running the world now. Let me see here. It's Diana Fave. Thank you for the super chat. It's Diana. Let's see here. Gray CEO says, T, I hope you and your family are doing great and being safe. Was hoping I could be a mod. It's not even giving me an option to do that. I'm gonna have to look for your comment in the thing. It's not giving me an option to mod you. Oh, somebody, oh my God, Miss Lucius, thank you so much. She sent $99.99. Thank you so much for the super chat, Miss Lucius. She says, hey, what's up? I'm happy to know that you are doing fine. Continue being you. I definitely will. Thank you for always supporting and always looking out. It means the world to me. I really, really appreciate it. So thank you so much. So I apologize if I missed, you know, people's super chats. I'm trying to go in here and go read some more. Let's see. I read those. Let me see if there's anybody else's stuff I missed. Shout out to all the new members. Copano says, sending you love from South Africa. Thank you for keeping us informed. God bless you. Hit the like, everyone. Yes. Thank you. Love from South Africa. I appreciate it. You guys, make sure you hit the like button. Marijuana 22 Pretty Slim says, one more thing. You're doing right by holding everyone accountable. There's lots more to address. We need to message each other if that's okay. Okay, perfect. Send me a DM. Yeah, we have to hold each other accountable. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's anything wrong with people saying, you know, where's this person? Where's that person? Especially when they hyped a lot of stuff up. We have the right to say, you know, where's Camila Cabello? Where's Ariana Grande? Where's, you know, whoever. People have the right to ask that because these are the same people who put people in the position that they're in. And another thing that scares me, I was talking to somebody in the industry yesterday, and I was basically letting them know, like I've always been saying, that the coronavirus was the great equalizer. Y'all remember I've been saying that. It really showed you who had it and who didn't. That's why all these celebrities ran to start OnlyFans pages and everything else. Well, now with this situation, with with people being like really, really affected, because even with the corona, a lot of things slowed down for people. People weren't able to work. But now with this, whole cities are under curfew. A lot of people are just literally out of work right now. Even essential workers are being affected. A lot of my friends who drive the bus, they've been laid off for, just temporarily. Even my son's job, they've been laying him off and on. He hasn't been able to just work a straight shift. So this is affecting a lot of people. And it's going to trickle down into the music industry. So while people like Trina are talking mess and acting like they're up here and, everybody else is animals, don't forget you need those same so-called animals to support you when you drop music. And they're not going to be there to support you because right now, everybody's thinking about how can they take care of their families? How can they, bring in income? We don't have extra money to be, paying for $200 concert tickets to go see Ariana Grande. We don't have no front row, concert money for Jay-Z and Beyonce. We have publicists that are out of work. We have managers that are out of work. There's no publications right now because the people don't want to hear this celebrity shit. So they can't submit stuff to any publications right now. We don't care what Pink had for dinner. When you have whole neighborhoods where people can't even get their medicine from the pharmacy. So this is about to take a huge toll. This is going to affect everyone, not just these so-called regular people. It's going to affect a lot of people. So yeah, we have the right to call out people like Umar Johnson, Drew Brees, Doja Cat, and others. We have every right to call them out. Especially with Umar, I was just so disappointed in him because he's always spoken about the whole revolutionary spirit and, the spirit of revolution is here and Black people need to, just all types of crazy stuff. Was even saying things about harming the police in Charlotte, North Carolina a few years ago. But then when they turned up in Philly, so-called Black leaders, he ain't my damn leader, but people who put these people on a pedestal were hiding out in parks talking about, oh, I'm not going down there. It's become an integrationist movement now. There's white folks involved. I ain't going down there. The shit this man was saying was just ridiculous. Let's go ahead and laugh real quick. Y'all know we keep our foot on Umar Johnson's neck around these parts, honey. Where is he at? Let me find that video. Because everybody's like, where is he at? Where is he at? Then everybody found him in a park looking disheveled.
Because you too afraid to be part of an all-Black march. Because you too afraid to be a part of an all-Black movement. Because you too afraid to be part of an all-Black cause. And you think I was going to run down there with a bunch of multiculturals? Y'all look at me like I'm crazy. I'm from another planet when it comes to y'all. I'm from planet Garvey when it comes to y'all. I'm from planet Malcolm when it comes to y'all. I'm from planet Nkrumah when it comes to y'all. I'm from planet Dean Kamathi and Robert Zabukwe when it comes to y'all. And Sekou Touré when it comes to y'all. And Kwame Touré and Henry Highland Garnett and Alexander Crummell and Bishop Turner and Martin Delaney. I'm from another planet when it comes to you integrationist Negroes. Keep on letting infiltrate. They infiltrated Black Lives Movement, turned it into an LBGT front.
At this point, anybody looking at this man to lead y'all are goofy. Y'all are goofy. That man has clearly lost his mind. Sir, you're from planet Earth, okay? That's it, that's all. You're human just like us. Just say you're scared. It's okay. I've admitted I was scared. We're all human. Just say you're scared. You're not about that life and you weren't ready for the revolution. I'd have respected that more than acting like you're from planet Zabuku. fuck? I mean, it's like you can't make this stuff up. That is the one person I swear would gather a group of black men and be on the front lines. I saw more from the Hebrew Israelites in Minneapolis and in other cities than I did from a lot of these people who have a name. The Hebrew Israelites definitely got together and they was putting in work, marching peacefully, preaching. They was on the south side. They were in downtown Minneapolis, and they were in other cities. People were sending me video. The Nation of Islam was out there. Meanwhile, Umar said he's from Planet Nabucco, honey. I don't even know where the hell that is. That a star or some shit? Standalone says, if the COVID cases don't increase after these protests and riots, somebody was somewhere lying for government funding because they were already making people COVID positive and weren't testing them. You know what? Somebody told me today, and I have not looked into it. Y'all can let me know. They said that George Floyd tested positive for COVID-19. Did y'all hear that? Somebody sent me that, but I didn't know if it was true or not. So I didn't post it because I didn't have time to really research. Somebody said, forget Umar, I'm from Wellington, Delaware. Road past, oh, hold on. I hate when the chats get like really quick. Rode past that school the other day, shake my head, just as deserted as it was when the charter school left. Wow. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah. And again, this is why I say we have every right to hold these so-called leaders and these people who gas people up accountable. Because when it really mattered, he wasn't there. When it really mattered, a lot of these people who want to be the face of the conscious community, who want to be the face of, Black voices, they just weren't there. They weren't there. Katina Dade says, love you, T. Keep spreading the truth. Thank you so much. Miss A. Williams says, continue love and light to you and your family. Thank you, sis. I appreciate it. Brittany Williams says, hey, T. I've been a long time supporter and I love your content. Thank you, Brittany. Appreciate it. Lena Harvey says, when the Amish came out, you already know it's on. Umar needs to go back to his home planet. Love you, T. Love you too. Yeah, even the Amish were out and about. I don't know if you guys saw a picture. I got sent so much stuff. It's like only so much stuff I could post. But even the Amish, they came out. Even they were holding Black Lives Matter signs. The Amish. People don't have access to television. Somehow found out about the protest and showed up. I mean, it's crazy. Even the Amish were out and about. I'm telling you, it's just like, I literally saw more from regular everyday men and women than I did from these so-called leaders. It's crazy. It took them 3 days, though. All the comments are disappearing. When y'all say that the comments, because I see that all the time, somebody says they haven't heard from Diddy, T.I., where he at. I don't know where Diddy's at. I'm not sure. CPM Music, he did talk about his baby mothers who are all Black women. He not only said they were bitter, he also talked shit about Black women, okay? So get Stephen Jackson's peen out your mouth, sir. He did say that, okay? Because he was drugged a few months ago for disrespecting Black women. That's the problem. Y'all want to, make excuses for these weirdos who disrespect Black women, but in the same breath, y'all have no problem putting your foot on Gayle King's neck, okay? That man has said a lot of disparaging things towards Black women. So you go do the research, because I don't have to get up here and make up stuff. And why do his baby mamas have to be bitter? All the Black baby mamas just are bitter? Well, why does he have so many? Why are you not addressing that? Why does he have so many different baby mamas? Why did it take until he had a whole face full of fucking gray hair to realize that he shouldn't be planting his seeds in different women? Why did he not wife any of the baby mamas? They were good enough to sleep with. See, those are the questions you should be asking, not coming at me talking about, oh, he only called them bitter. Y'all are goofy. Y'all are goofy as hell. Y'all make excuses for nonsense. Yana Yagu says, just want to thank you for your videos. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. Y'all always getting y'all feelings, honey, whenever I hold y'all's favorite black males accountable. But I also hold black women accountable. Were you crying when I was holding Trina accountable? Did you miss that section? It's only when you hold black men accountable, then all of a sudden, you're lying. Okay, sir. Okay. Just make sure you don't follow in his footsteps. You don't end up with a bunch of bitter baby mamas. Sash Malcolm says, hey, T, this was written by my 8-year-old. Sis, C word, why did you have to come? Oh, okay. The C word, why did you have to come? We could be in school right now. Why a virus? Why not a storm? Aw. I'm telling them babies are going through it. Y'all can say what y'all want to say about school. Y'all should be homeschooling your children anyways. Honey, most of us ain't got time. Most of us don't have patience. And most of us, would just, you know what I mean? Like, you can talk to your kids, but we don't know every damn subject. Hell, I ain't the best at math. You know what I mean? So it's like, school is also there to, teach your kids, but it's also a socialization thing. We all like to socialize. Hell, there's 13,000 people in here. We like to be around other people. We like other people's energy. And then some of us treated school like a fashion show. Like to show off what the hell we bought over the weekend. Show off our shoes and our clothes. You know what I'm saying? That's like more high school kids. But it's just the point, like, school is needed. It's your job as a parent to teach your child what they may not learn in school. But that socialization is needed. It's not okay to just be in your home by yourself. This shit drives you crazy. Think about it. This is why a lot of people went off and went crazy. People have been sitting in their homes for months with really no interaction. Remember, I was on here depressed a few months ago because it's like my little nephew was born in January. I'm literally watching him grow up on Instagram. He's 3 months now. I went to go finally visit them on Memorial Day weekend. That's where I was at. I was with all my little nieces and nephews, spending time with them. And think about the people who don't have anybody. Like for me, my kids are here. So I have people here to interact with and talk to. For you guys may have children, or maybe you live with your parents and things like that. But do you know that there's a segment of the population, when they go home, they have nobody? They don't have a wife. They don't have a husband. They don't have children, or maybe their children are grown and they're just empty nesters. There's a segment of the population that have nobody. So when that COVID hit, and the only thing they had, who said that? Somebody said they're out here by themselves. Yes, Cupcake. She says, I'm out here by myself. We forget about that. There's people who don't have family. So when that COVID hit, they had to stay in their home. They had to stay in their little apartment. Or maybe they had a big home, but it's just them. And they couldn't go socialize with their friends. They couldn't socialize with their coworkers and talk about what they saw on TV the night before, or, talk about a YouTube video or viral video. Human beings need socialization. They do. It's been proven time and time again with solitary confinement. That is inhumane to keep human beings locked in solitary confinement for days and months, even upwards of a year. You would drive somebody mad. You would drive them crazy. So imagine all these people, okay, who've been sitting at home for the past 3 months. They don't have no work to go to, no coworkers to socialize with, no children, no husband, no nothing. Their only outlet is social media. And even that can be draining because everything is COVID-19 and, 10,000 people died today, 1,000 people died here. Now it's spreading in this city. So when folks got the chance to let out all that rage, all that anger, they went bananas. This was all psychological. Everything from us not being to be around family, that human touch, that hug. I went weeks without seeing my mom. She would just come and drop stuff off and run because she didn't want to get me sick. That's not normal. And this is why you have people who went off the way they did. This is why that so-called peaceful movement was hijacked. Everything goes back to the coronavirus. Everything goes back to that. And they knew what they were doing when they did that. They knew what they were doing. They were isolating us. Those people who came out, you had people in the streets dancing and crunking during the damn protest. People were literally just happy to get out the house and be around other human beings. They knew what they were doing. And the thing that scares me the most is what's next. What are they going to be ushering in next? Because trust and believe, that vaccine, and we were all talking about this a few weeks ago. Y'all was like, T, you going to take the vaccine? I said, I don't know. I don't want shit in my damn forehead, but I don't know what to think. I don't know. Because they're going to use it where now they're saying, well, if you don't get this vaccine, you can't travel, you can't buy groceries. You know, all this is in the Bible. But now that and see, the problem was the coronavirus here in America, we see through a lot of bullshit. We have some freedom of speech. They're trying to take that away slowly, but we saw through the bullshit, and the coronavirus was not working enough. They couldn't subjugate us like they did in China. Because remember in China, who remembers when I was posting videos in China when they were welding people shut in their homes, welding them shut where they couldn't get out? They couldn't do that here in America, not behind a virus. In America, it has to take something more drastic. This is why this is taking place, because now people are so tired. You have celebrities calling folks animals. You have Umar Johnson hiding out in the park because all you niggas is crazy for even integrating with the enemy. You have all this bullshit going on. So now people will be lining up to take the mark. People will be lining up to take the vaccine. People will be lining up to take contact tracing because they don't know what else to do. Their city has been burnt down. There's no pharmacy. The Bronx, Freedman Street, people send me videos and pictures, and y'all know I love Freedman Street. I did a lot of school shopping out there because they get clothes out there that we don't get right away in Minnesota. I was showing my sons earlier. They were shocked. He's like, that's why I got my Jordans. That's why I got, my LeBrons. We always stop on Freedman Street when we go to New York. I love the Bronx. I've made so many friends from the Bronx. People always be shocked and I just be out there with my kids. But T, what you doing on Freedman Street? Shit, what you doing? We shopping. Gone. So at this point, they're going to use that to usher in stuff because people are going to be so desperate. They can't get their medicines. They have to go out of the city to go grocery shopping. Public transportation right now is on hold. So now what they're going to do, they already have us under martial law. There's already curfew. We're still under curfew here. Most cities are under curfew now. They couldn't do that with the coronavirus. But with this situation, with the looting and the rioting and the fires that they helped to usher in, they're setting the stage for a new world order. This is a global plan. Like I've been saying from day one, there's no way that all these nations around the world shut down their countries behind a virus. And now the people are uprising. But unfortunately, that uprising got corrupted as they knew it would. And isn't it funny that the thing that sparked it off was something racial? Because America is one of the most racially divided countries in the world. And we found out now that there's a lot of racism in a lot of countries. People are finding out. Because now you see people uprising in, Finland and in the UK. So there's not a place in this world where Black people are not treated unfairly, and even people of other colors, other races. So this was a huge plan. This was a huge plan, and it was ushered in by COVID-19. This was all a plan from day one, and that's the sickest part of it, is that people lost their lives, their businesses, their homes. Now our freedoms are being taken away slowly because you have a segment of the world who just thirsts for power. Look, Nichelle says, preach, baby, preach. Thank you, sis. KK says, my baby was just crying because she wants to go to school. She's in preschool. Aw. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Socialization is just part of being human. It's part of being human. And it's sad that that got taken away from these babies. Malcolm Jazz TV says, hey, lovely T, I love watching your videos. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Malcolm. Hubris Brutus says, the government is no longer for the people. Big business is super winning in the government. It's sad when I think about my siblings who I can see are not getting anywhere near their education that I did. You are amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff that's just going to be changed. Nothing will ever be the same. 2020, nothing will ever be the same behind. Like, this is like the worst year of my life. And I've had a lot of bad years, honey. 2009 wasn't no damn joke. Shit. 2003 was hard. I've had a lot of rough years, but I have to say 2020 by far has been the worst. And then it's one thing when you deal with something individually, like, you know, I'm having a bad time, I'm, you know, trying to rough it out and stick it out. It's another thing when everybody globally is having a bad year. Monique Kenny sends $49.99. She says, hey, T, I want to know, are you giving your curfew times too? Because in Cincinnati, they have been giving us a time to be in the house because of the protests. Love you. I love you too. And thank you for the super chat. Yes, they moved our curfew. We had to be in at 8 o'clock. But this week they've moved it to, I think, 10. But I might be wrong. But it's been between 8 and 10. The first night of the curfew, we didn't give a damn. We was like, curfew? What is that? Last time I checked, I was grown. I done came in the house at 3 in the morning. What you mean a curfew? You know, and I think a lot of people were just like, whatever. People ignored it. And then when everything went down Friday, over there on Lake Street, when they were burning down the precinct and it just went crazy, when everybody should have been in the house, that's when they really started enforcing it. And they started arresting people that Saturday and Sunday and all that stuff. So, yeah, I would have never thought growing up that it's one thing to have a curfew as a child. It's another thing for your city to give you a mandatory curfew and say, if you're out at this time, if you're out and about, you can be arrested. If that's not martial law, I don't know what is. There's videos of police officers walking through neighborhoods over North Minneapolis and the people on their porch, you know, filming. And they said, light their asses up. And they lit them up with rubber pellets. Started shooting at the people, shot them basically to force them into the house. How is that okay? They pay taxes. That's their home. That's their property. The world has changed so much. It's scary. So right now I've been on here for an hour and 42 minutes, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to log off. Let me read these last few super chats. I don't want this stream to go too long, but I will be back. I will be back. We'll talk about some more stuff. Tiffany says, loving your look, T, your hair, blouse, and lip color is popping. Love your content. Keep doing what you're doing, sis. Thank you so much, sis. You're beautiful as well. So thank you for the super chat. Paris Baby L says, I was telling my church youth that it's all biblical. My brother's going had to get me my medication near him because the pharmacy I go to got destroyed. You always state facts. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, a lot of people are going to have to go out the way just to get the basic necessities now. And in a minute, the way some of these people's mentalities think, they may feel like, well, we don't want you coming to this part of the city because look what you guys did to that part of the city. That's what happened in LA. A lot of people, when they try to leave that particular part of the LA riots and, you know, go get grocery and have to travel an hour into the valley to go get stuff, people detested them and treated them bad, even though a lot of those people probably didn't have anything to do with the situation, you know, so it's sad. Abby Israel says, hey, T, there's another channel who exposed the agenda years ago. Look up Project 908 document. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Hotshot Radio says, thank you for being one of the few public figures to speak on the core of what's going on, Queen. I agree with everything you stated. I'm glad you're woke. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, because it's not easy. It's not easy to just stand up here and put yourself at risk speaking the truth about things. It's not easy to think about things esoterically and then try to speak them out and pray and hope that people will understand what you're saying and that they won't think that you're just batshit crazy. It's not easy at all. So thank you so much. Like, sometimes I just need to hear that, because people don't realize that people like myself and so many others, not just me, are putting ourselves on the line to post information, to get information out. I spoke to a celebrity yesterday, and if you could, this is a celebrity that's pretty vocal. If you could understand the threats that we get on a continuous basis, that's why I didn't play with that girl. That's why I didn't play with her. And yeah, I might be like, oh, T, you're tripping. She's just trolling. That's not trolling to me. I take that very personal, because y'all don't see the emails that we get. Y'all don't see the DMs that we get. Y'all don't see the behind the scenes. So everyone out here, every YouTuber that's speaking truth to power, keep us in prayer. I don't play with that shit at all. Because like I said, when we're out in public, it's all teeth. So don't say some shit online that you wouldn't say to somebody's face. We're putting ourselves at risk. It's to the point now where families like, don't go live wherever you're at in the Twin Cities no more. You post that shit after. You ain't got shit to prove to nobody. And I said, you know what? I'm going to take heed to that. So now when I do stuff and I go give away food and I go, take things to people, I'll post it after. I don't need everybody knowing my whereabouts, because I don't trust a lot of people. I can't even trust my own government at this point. And I think that's one of the hardest parts. So thank you so much for that. That's the only thing I ask. Keep all of us. It's not just me. I don't know everybody's names. I see different videos from people. Keep all of us in prayer. Because like I've been telling y'all from day one, this battle is not so much physical. We're battling against things that are unseen. Demons are real. People use them to cause anarchy and to possess people. I know what I witnessed being an empath. I know what I witnessed. I know what I saw in people's eyes. People that they're not like this. But it's an energy that's just come over them. There's a lot of things going on in this world, and I can't explain everything. I can't verbalize everything that I feel, but it's a lot of stuff going on in this world. So that's why I ask for, for positive energy. Don't come in here playing and trying to troll. Because honestly, the old me would drag that bitch. But I've calmed down. I'm a mother now. You know what I'm saying? Like, times are, like we're walking on pins and needles. Everybody's energy's on 100. We don't play with threats over here. That might have been a 10-year-old kid, but I bet you she won't write that shit no more. She gonna think twice. Or it might have been a 30-year-old adult. Think of the energy that you're putting out there. Because the same energy that you're putting out there will manifest in your own backyard. The same death that you're wishing onto other people who've done nothing to you will be the same death that knocks on your door. And I hope you're ready. So it's all about energy. It's all about energy. Treat folks the way that you want to be treated. So on that note, y'all know, Hoodie, I will drag a bitch. I've calmed down a lot. Hoodie. I've calmed down a lot. Yes, man. Keep us all in prayer. I'm praying for all of y'all cities. I've had so many people contacting me literally in tears because now their city's going through it. And I feel like now the roles have been reversed and I'm having to be like the big sister, the auntie, like, calm down. You know what I'm saying? Let's just pray about it. Let's talk. Let me know everything you're feeling. And now I'm that person that they can talk to and that ear that they can listen to. Whereas a few days ago was me, you know, venting and crying and, you know, very, very, very upset. And I'm still upset. But that anger is calming down because I don't want to get myself sick. So I don't want to hang on to that anger. I don't want to hang on to that animosity of why my city. I have to let that go for my heart and for my peace of mind. Because when I get angry, you know what I'm saying? We all have that other side to ourselves. So I don't want that part of me to come to the forefront. I don't want to release that beast. So I just been trying to pray and calm down. And the thing that helps me is helping other people. Like it made me like that was such a release, just grocery shopping and getting stuff and delivering it and just bringing positive energy to people and getting that positive energy back in the forms of hugs and thank you. So that's how I'm using my energy. That's how I'm able to kind of dissipate the anger, the frustration, the confusion. It's just by, you know, trying to do just little things to help others. You know, it might be small because it's just me and maybe one or two other people, but it's something that's helping us. It's helping us take away from like the evilness of what happened down there on the South Side in St. Paul in North Minneapolis. So yeah, I'll be back again. You know, thank you, Lupita Lamont. She says, as an empath, it's no joke. I love you. I love you too. Thank you. Yeah, all of us empaths, it's been hard to sleep, hard to eat, because we absorb everybody's energy. We absorb everybody's energy, and it's hard because you're trying to protect yours, but you're absorbing in other people's sorrow and frustration and anger. That's why I will flip so quick, depending on whose energy and what's being said in the comments, because I'm reacting directly to their energy. So when you're bringing me energy, you know, angry energy, negative energy, I've just absorbed that in and I'm snapping. But then when I start reading the comments and it's more positive, I can let that anger go. I don't even know how to say your first name. I'm sorry. Last name Barry. He sent $10. He says, "Hey T, I'm from the Bronx. I just wanted, excuse me. I just wanted to say that you're an amazing human being. I'll keep you and everyone in my prayers." Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you. Booker Rhymes, thank you for the $10. Last super chat, Mahalia Ellison, thank you for the $14.99. I've been on here for 2 hours. Okay, it's been an hour and 52 minutes. So on that note, I'm really gonna leave now. You guys take care. Pray for our cities. Decompress. Protect your energy. Protect your energy because you're gonna need it. You're gonna need it. And one thing I will say, if you're alone right now, don't be alone in your thoughts. Get around friends. Because there's been times I've just been in this room alone and just going crazy. And I'll call up my friend and they'll be like, come over. Just come over, be around people. You know, so if you're just a homebody and you don't have anybody, try and just, you know, go outside, go talk to your neighbor. Try and get that human interaction. Don't be left alone in your thoughts. Because we're in dark times and I don't want the S rate to spike. So don't be alone in your thoughts, especially with a lot of us who deal with depression. That's where our minds go. Our minds go to that dark place. So you have to get around people. So yes, you guys, I love you guys. Thank you guys for just supporting me and allowing me to be me. You know what I'm saying? Good, bad, or indifference, agree or don't agree. Just thank you for allowing me to just, you know, speak freely, be my voice, you know, be a voice for the voiceless. Thank you to YouTube, actually. Thank you, YouTube, for not messing up my stream. I had a smooth stream for 2 hours. Thought y'all had been booting me off. So thank you to YouTube. Okay? I got a letter from some black YouTube, you know, VP. I'm going to respond back to him and let him know what they've been doing to my stream. So hopefully he can look into it. So, yeah, thank you, YouTube, for, you know, allowing us to just talk uninterrupted. So y'all have a good day, and I will be back again with another live stream. I will see you guys soon. Take care.